enjoy this short from Sarah, Erin, Rachel, and Bree in the Lutheran Ladies Lounge.
We have been, for the last couple of weeks, trying to figure out what kind of book we want to read together in the Lutheran Ladies Book Club. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who took part in our Facebook group surveys. We learned that our Lutheran ladies like to read books of all lengths, of all ages, of all difficulty levels, that we love variety, that we read books by Lutherans, books by Christians who are not Lutheran, but maybe someday will be, even books by non-Christians who have something interesting to say. So it's really wonderful to get to know everyone's reading habits a little bit that way. One of the most interesting questions for me is, which genres of books do you enjoy reading most? And the two top answers to that question were historical fiction, like almost 200 people, and just over 100 people like literary fiction. So our first pick is going to be somewhere in that category. We are going to mix it up. Future picks will include nonfiction, will include lots of different kinds of books. But since the fiction folks were clearly dominant in our polls, we'll do that. So I have two final poll questions for you ladies in the studio, because I narrowed it down to 6 books.
Oh, 6.
And I know
Okay.
my original list is about 2 dozen.
See,
so
I have a hymn nerdery thing. You have a book nerdery thing.
oh
and
my
it's
goodness,
cool.
it's really bad.
It's not bad. It's amazing.
So 2 questions for you, and since there are 3 of you, we won't have any ties. All right.
Boy.
Would you rather read historical fiction written from the perspective of a young woman coming of age, or historical fiction written from the perspective of an old woman or an old man, in one case, looking back on their life? So beginning of life, end of life, because the 6 books all fit in one of those 2 categories.
Beginning.
I'm also going to go with beginning.
Okay, then
Okay,
it doesn't matter. I couldn't decide.
Doesn't matter.
So
All
there you
right.
go.
Okay,
I like
beginning.
both.
Coming of age
Okay,
story.
so we have 3 options, and I'm not going to tell you the names. I'm just going to give you like a 1-sentence description. So we've got a novel about a 14-year-old girl who runs away from home and becomes a live-in domestic for she's Catholic, but live-in domestic for a wealthy Jewish family. We've got a young girl who goes to live with her grandmother in rural Illinois in the middle of the Depression.
Ooh.
And what the small town hijinks that ensue. Then we've got a classic novel about a girl growing up in a tenement slum outside of New York. So, yeah.
These are all really uplifting. I can't wait.
Right.
They really are.
So great.
They all sound so interesting, though.
Yeah. So, okay, we've got tenement slum, we've got small town Illinois, and we've got
Servant girl.
Jewish family. Servant girl. Sure.
I'm going to vote for Tenement.
Illinois.
I'm the one who loves reading, so I'll read any of them. So now
Did
we've
that
got
help?
to choose. Okay, so you voted for Illinois.
I
and
mean, we can do
Tenement.
Illinois. That was my second choice.
Sure, we'll do Illinois.
It's
All
not like
right,
we're never going to do this again, you guys. We could always do these
Yeah.
other ones also.
Yes, we can.
Thought
So
that
what's
we
the
wouldn't be
winner?
able to tie. I
The
could've
winner
picked-
is one of my favorite books of all time, and actually it's probably my oldest daughter's favorite book too. And so yes, I have read this, but I read it again almost every year. It's A Year Down Yonder by Richard Peck. It is a Newbery Award winning.
I love those.
I know.
Yeah. So, and it's actually the second book in a 3-part series, but each of these books stands alone really well.
Okay.
And it's not a hard read. It is written for, like young people. So,
Oh, good.
should be a nice, easy way to get into the book club, not too intimidating. So yes, in this book, Mary Alice Dowdle goes to spend a year during the Depression when her folks can't afford an apartment that fits them all with her larger-than-life personality, Grandma Dowdle. and she learns all about what it means to live in a community and not live in a community. And her grandmother, well, I won't give away too much more because it's such a good book. So we will encourage you all to obtain a copy. Newbery winners are on the shelves of any library you go to. So if you don't want to plunk down $7.99 for paperback, you can do that. It's also available in Kindle and audiobook for those who are into that. That was something that our Facebook group said over and over again. I'll participate if it's an audiobook.
Yeah.
So yes.
Especially if people listen to podcasts. I have a feeling that audiobooks are going to be a favorite for people.
Right.
All right.
So A Year Down Yonder, Richard Peck, will go radio silent on this until probably early January. So you have plenty of time to read it. And then we'll start the discussion on our Facebook group and you'll hear a recap episode towards the end of January. And then we'll pick another book.
Yay!
So can't wait to share this favorite treasure with you all.
Hear more from Sarah, Erin, Rachel, and Bree in the Lutheran Ladies Lounge at kfuo.org or wherever you get your podcasts. Join our community on Facebook in the Lutheran Ladies Lounge.